Let's get into some things of the things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expected, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I'm talking about y'all. You know I'm talking about y'all. This means that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Hey, you guys. Hi. Now, I know you're not rushing me. Talking about some hurry up. I know you're not rushing me. Let me say hi to everybody. What's up, Rock Chick? Hey, Chuck, Brown Mama. You are enjoying your vacation with your family and relaxing. I don't know about the relaxing part, but I'm enjoying myself. Maybe we ain't relaxing. Hey, Sharice. What's up, lovely Nola? Hey, Xavier. Auntie Eva, Ty Williams, Brandon, Quake. What's up? Hold on, let me say your name right, baby. Jesui Patrice, did I say it right? And welcome, 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 y'all. Jesui is a new subscriber. You guys, welcome Jesui to the tribe. Hi, thank you for being here. Hey, Quay. You didn't expect, hold on. I didn't expect a meeting during vacation. But y'all, they been cutting up. Hey, Uniform. What's up, Southern Belle, Naisha? What's up, cuz? What's up, cuz? Hey, Jerry. Baby, they was cutting up. I had to come down here. They were cutting up. Child. I said it right. Okay, just sweet. I guess that them 2 years of French class helped out, huh? Oh Lordy. Okay. So I'm out here on the balcony, you guys. Hold on, let me see. Thank you, Diva Smith, for becoming a new member. Thank you for becoming a new member or renewing your membership because I feel like you've been a member before. All right. What's up, little baby? Let me see. Majani. What's going on with these comments? Hold on, y'all. I don't know what I did. These comments look child stream y'all be changing stuff up. Hold on, y'all. Why are the comments looking like this? All right, that's better. I don't know why the comments when anyway. Hey, okay. What's up, Gabby? So look, y'all. Yeah, no, I just thought I would come down here and hang out for a little bit. I ain't gonna be here long because baby, we be up and out of here early. We be up and out of here early. What's up, Jazzy Poetress? Hey, the Tea Lounge. What's going on, you guys? What's going on? So yeah, no, y'all was cutting up. So I just want to come down here and touch base on a few things. And then I talk to y'all a little bit about how things are going down here in the Disney of the world. Um, I'll do a much more detailed, longer, situation when I get home. Y'all favorite attorney finally showed. Listen, well, we might as well just go ahead and get started with him. Baby, this today I was minding my business, okay? Minding my business. And I started getting these alerts on my phone. And when I looked at what the alerts was giving, I said, wait a minute, Tyrone Blackburn, what? Now, for those who do not know, Tyrone Blackburn is one of these attorneys that has become infamous as it relates to all of these Diddy lawsuits. And he was representing Dwayne Youngblood in the TD Jakes lawsuit. He's had to since withdraw from, he has withdrawn as Dwayne Youngblood's attorney. He was representing the guy that's suing Fat Joe, and he just has a plethora of lawsuits just out there. And his cases, when we read through cases that Tyrone Blackburn has drafted, they tend to be very, hold on, I just got a cash app. Thank you for the cash app. It went up on the, I appreciate you, I got the notification. Thank you, my love. um his lawsuits tend to be extra, y'all. They tend to be extra. They tend to be a whole lot of. And I'm not saying that some of these people, damn it, this took time. I'm not saying that some of these people aren't real victims, but I'm saying that the minute, I'm gonna speak for myself, the minute I start hearing Tyrone Blackburn's name, I have a different thought process on the situation. If I'm being honest, if I'm being honest. So, from what I was able to gather, Tyrone Blackburn was arrested today for second degree assault for allegedly, and I have to say allegedly because he ain't been convicted of nothing. He's only been arrested for allegedly hitting a process server with his vehicle. For what I read, a process server was attempting to serve him, and in his effort to evade getting served, he hit the process server. Now, what's interesting is he still got served with them papers. Okay, he still got that paperwork served to him, and he also now has a charge. He was arrested today for second degree assault. Now, I haven't done a deep dive to find out how hurt the person was and all of that. But second degree assault, I mean, yeah, that vehicle, like that's a deadly weapon. He could really be charged with assault with a deadly weapon. I mean, I guess depend on the jurisdiction and all that good stuff. But yeah, hmm exactly, Chuck. That is assault with a deadly weapon. So yeah, he hit the process server allegedly with his vehicle. Child. Tyrone's lawsuits sound like Tyler Perry movies. And again, like I said, like let's go back. Let's talk about the Little Rod situation, right? What we have found out through the Diddy trial is that a lot of what Little Rod said in his lawsuit probably is accurate. Not everything, but a lot, like some of the names, some of the things that were happening, some of the descriptions of how things were going down. It sounds like that probably very well could have been happening based on the testimony from the Diddy trial. But when you add in, Cuba Gooding Jr. and some of the other things that were added into this lawsuit, well, you know. Hey everybody, what's up, Love Blake? Hey Shan, how are you guys? Come on in. So yeah, I'm sure. Listen, Tyrone need a good mentor. I mean, I don't know this man, so I'm not gonna speak on his character and whether he's a good attorney or not, because I don't know him. But I know also remember during the trial, his name came up during the Diddy trial because one of the witnesses actually he was representing her and she ended up firing him because she said he was too aggressive. He was calling people with demands. Like to send a demand, Pam has told us that's standard operating procedure. You send a intent to sue letter. And that basically is saying, listen, I'm going to sue you if we can't come to a settlement. And nine times out of 10, the people sit down, they come to an agreement, and they move on with their life. So sending a demand letter or sending an intent to sue letter is not unethical. It's nothing wrong with it. The problem is when you have people sending letters that one, the amount of money they're suing for is just ridiculous, in my opinion. This is me. This is my opinion. And two, when you're doing it like blackmail, like you keep sending them three and four demand letters, like, and that's what Fat Joe said. And his lawsuit was basically this person kept like, he was emailing us all hours of the day and night, and he kept reaching out. And it basically was like, all right, well, if you don't do, and then he sued Fat Joe for $250 million. Sir, where? Where, sir? How sway? It's giving sovereign citizen behavior. Ooh, those yeah, look, I look at some of those videos on TikTok. Them sovereign citizens be on some stuff, honey. He lost me with the Stevie tape. Yeah, yeah, he was a part of that. Come to find out that wasn't even Stevie J. Now we could blame Stevie J for a lot of stuff, but that one just ain't that one doesn't seem to be one of them. We can blame Stevie for a lot of things. We can blame Stevie for a lot of things. Child. Oh. What's up, Lock Queen? Little baby said, I'ma say it for you, really be. If you can't say it, I'ma say it. I know that's right, girl. I know that's right. Y'all hit that like button. I ain't been live in a couple of days. Y'all know the algorithm need to be algorithming. All right. Well, so that's the update on Tyrone Blackburn, child. I'm sure we'll have more information as the days progress. Like I said, other people who have had their ears to the ground might have more information. I personally, I just I've been on vacation. I've been in the moment. I really hadn't because I was gonna try to go live last night, baby. When I tell y'all, and the messed up thing was I was tired last night, but I did not sleep well. That's another reason why when I get up off of here, baby, I'm gonna go get in that good shower. I'm gonna lay this body down and I'm going to bed. Yeah, he's a licensed attorney. He's actually, yes, he's very much a licensed attorney. I think, let me just say this, and again, I'm saying all of this in my opinion, okay? This is not based on any fact. This is just really be talking. I really feel like once that Cassie lawsuit dropped and Diddy settled so quickly, I think people saw blood in the water and thought it was a free for all. But I also think it's a mixture of people seeing blood in the water and there being a free for all. But I also think that's combined with people who were violated being able to tell their story. Because remember that New York law that was giving people amnesty for a year, that even if the statute of limitations were over, they could still file a lawsuit. And that's where a lot of these lawsuits are coming from as well. And so I think that some of these women and men um were taken advantage of, were violated, were, all of those different words. Yes, I do. I think there was I think that the Hollywood is a nasty place. The music industry is a nasty business. And we know that men have been convicted. Like we've heard the stories of the Weinsteins, the women who were victims of Harvey Weinstein, the Bill Cosbys. Like we know that there are women who were victims. And I believe that some of those lawsuits are legitimate. Do I think all of those lawsuits were legitimate? No, I don't. And I told y'all that from the beginning. I do not believe all of these lawsuits, but I do believe that some of them are legitimate. And unfortunately, you do have some attorneys who were just taking anybody that came along that told a compelling story because they thought that people were going to just throw money at the problem rather than deal with what they saw Diddy going through. Now, I think, can y'all hear me? Okay. Yeah, I think y'all can hear me now. Now, I think there are some people, I think that there are some people, um, I lost my train of thought now. Um, I think that Jay-Z set a precedent of saying, yeah, I'm not doing this. Yeah. Now, do I think that Jay-Z played fairly? No. I think Jay-Z played dirty too. And I'm not saying that I think he's guilty or not, because I'm not going down that road. I don't know if Jay-Z's guilty or not. I know he has never been convicted or arrested for anything for that matter, not as it relates to this. Um, so I don't know anything about that Jay-Z's guilt or innocence, but I think the fact that Jay-Z was so adamant and the way he fought back, I think that set a precedent for people like Fat Joe and Tyler Perry and some of these other people who have the money to fight it, saying, yeah, I'm not doing that. Now, again, that doesn't mean that somebody is guilty or innocent just because they're choosing to fight or not fight. But I think that what a lot of us don't realize is there are way more settlements than lawsuits. I'm gonna say that again for the people in the back. There are way more settlements than lawsuits. A lot of these stories we never hear, y'all. A lot of these stories we never hear, but because people are saying, "Yeah, no, I'm not doing that," you know. We saw the Smokey Robinson. We see the Shannon Sharp. And again, I'm not saying that automatically makes somebody guilty or innocent, whether they choose to fight back or not. I'm not saying that makes people guilty or innocent. I'm just saying people are choosing to fight back because they have the money to. And just like anything else in a capitalistic society, which is what America is, generally whoever has the most money wins. Oh, child, I didn't even, look, I thought I heard something. I was like, now my sister that came out here. I told y'all I'm on the balcony. My sister that came out here. I'm about to do a tour. I should have recorded a video when we first got here. I think my brother-in-law did. Aaron, did you do a tour when we first got here before everybody before it started looking lived in? Did you record it or did you just do I don't care about that. Yeah, send me the video. Cause now, all the rooms are lived in and all that stuff. But Tyler needs to just get that white man some money because it's not looking good. Listen, I think that yeah, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that right there. Um, as far as um, what was I going to say? I don't lost my whole train of thought. But as far as moving into this situation with Tyrone Blackburn, I saw what some of y'all was saying that whoever gave him um whoever gave y'all, whoever gave him his degree, they shouldn't have got it or whatever. What you laughing about? What you laughing about? It must be about me since you won't repeat it. What you say about me? Did I watch church Sunday? Not this Sunday, no. Why? I saw no, yes I did. No, no, I didn't. Yeah, yes I did, because I saw Daddy's choir was singing. I was looking for Daddy, but I ain't see him. Oh Lord. Because I lost my train of thought. I because I was talking and I totally lost my train of thought. Anyway, but as far as that's concerned, here's the reality. I don't think where somebody gets a degree from is indicative of whether they're going to be good at what they do. Tyrone Blackburn might have been an A student or he might have been a C student. Graduation is graduation. You know what I'm saying? So he graduated from law school. He clearly passed the bar. That's not an easy thing to do. Now, what he chose to do with his law license, I don't think it's an indication on where he went to college or where he went to law school. And I understand that y'all are half joking, half serious, but I mean that's just like a doctor. He went through all the same training and he may choose to just be an unethical doctor. You know what I mean? Like who you are is who you are. That doesn't mean he doesn't have the mindset of being a good attorney. Y'all know what I'm saying? What's up, cross country cruiser? Ravine said, "Are y'all still playing Monopoly Go? I need stickers." Listen, we were just talking about that. We were just talking about the stickers. I only need two stickers, and both of them are gold stickers. So, um, I might not because I just turned in my safe. I just opened up my safe. It's your birthday. Oh, happy birthday, boo! Y'all make sure y'all know what to do. Y'all wish her. Everybody drop it in the chat. Y'all wish cross country cruiser a happy birthday. Y'all know that's my girl right there. Yes. What's up, Kenya? Mm. Y'all brought these daggone mosquitoes out here with y'all. Yeah. Y'all brought these damn mosquitoes out here with y'all. Anyway, well, since we're talking about Tyrone Blackburn, let's go ahead and talk about this Diddy situation. Listen, y'all. I'm telling y'all what's about to happen. I'm telling y'all what's about to happen. I have what? Yeah. Oop, my bad. I didn't want to throw it too hard. What? I said my bad. Anyway, oh Lord have mercy. Anyway, this what's going to happen, y'all. Diddy, Diddy's gonna be convicted on something. It's not gonna be the. I don't think he's gonna get convicted on the big charges. He's gonna probably get convicted on some little small bullshit charge, and his attorneys are gonna immediately appeal it, and the judge is gonna let him out um on his, let him out on bond pending the appeal or sentencing. That's what's gonna happen. Generally speaking, with federal cases, they give people time. Like in a state case, you get convicted, you go to jail. Like they're putting your handcuffs right there in the courtroom. But with federal cases, a lot of times they give people time to go and settle up their affairs, and there's a point where you have to come back. I believe that Diddy is gonna come home. Now, do I think he's gonna get convicted of something? Eh, but it damn sure ain't gonna be what they was asking for. Like Diddy might, and at this point, he might get time served depending on what he does get convicted of. Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and y'all know I sort of tapped out of the trial because it just got to be ridiculous. I felt like they were wasting too much time on the salaciousness of people's sex life instead of trying to prove to me that this was a criminal enterprise, which is what they were supposed to be doing. Now, granted, I didn't go to nobody's law school, so I ain't about to sit here and tell y'all what they did or did not prove. But I'm gonna tell you, if I were on the jury, I would have been so irritated with all of the redundant stories of how nasty of a person he was. Even the domestic violence, they weren't charging him with domestic violence. So you prove to me that Diddy puts his hands on women, but that ain't what you charging him with. So it's like, and I think some of the witnesses were not great witnesses because outside of Cassie, who I think for the most part tended to be a sympathetic witness because people knew who Cassie was. People knew Diddy was with Cassie for a long time. And because Cassie's lawsuit came out first, I think I think her testimony was more, and she was pregnant at the time, right? But when some of these other witnesses got up there and started testifying, I feel like they were not as sympathetic because it's really hard for me to wrap my brain around. And I understand the mentality of a victim. I understand the mentality of abuse. Like I get all of that, right? But if I were a juror, it would take a lot for me to wrap my brain around charging a man, convicting a man of kidnapping when this woman says that they held her in an abandoned building for a whole weekend, made her take lie detector tests, yada yada yada, and her ass came back to work on Monday. Like I just gotta wrap my brain around that. And we're not talking about 15-year-olds or even 19 or 20-year-olds. We're talking about grown ass women. I- Even the big drug mule, he was supposed to be this big drug mule and he was Diddy's supplier. And then you find out he really was just one of Diddy's assistants that carried the drugs. Like, eh, I don't know, y'all. But Melly, did they prove that? Why are Cece's reporting some changes? No charges, no. The charges have not been dropped. Go watch Simone Redwine's breakdown or Pam's video where they explained what the state, I mean what the government did. Um Grown woman can have it. Listen, y'all, don't start coming at me. I'm telling y'all, from my opinion, as a juror, as I was reading through this testimony where I would have got lost as a juror. I am not saying that Diddy is not a horrible person. But what I'm saying is that's not what they were charging him with. And I understand what you're saying about grape is not a sex life, but did they prove that? I don't know if they proved it. And I understand that there's no way to really prove it unless you have a video, audio, whatever, whatever. But again, and I know what y'all are getting ready to say to me. I'm talking about from the mindset of a juror. I'm not talking about my mindset. But thank you, Xavier. He dropped the link for Simone's video. Y'all check it out because she did break down what exactly happened. No charges have been dropped, but there were some modifications made. Um, I understand what y'all are saying that women do go back. I get that. Full stop. Women go back. Women there's a cycle of abuse, and I get all of that. But what I'm saying is, you have a lot of these women, out of the women that testified, and they said that Diddy violated them. They all went back. And again, I understand the cycle of abuse, y'all. Please know that. But I'm talking about as a juror, not one of those women filed criminal charges. Not one of those women before Cassie filed a lawsuit. And all of those women went back. I just, again, I am talking about proving their case. Now, do I think that some things might have happened that exceeded consent? Yeah, I think it may have. We talking about people who were strung out on drugs, people who were using drugs to be able to do the things that they were doing. I absolutely believe a lot of that stuff went on, you know. But even you had all of those women, all of those women testified that at some point in time, they wanted to do it. They agreed to do it. And I understand you can change your mind at any time. Again, I get that too. You can change your mind at any time. But right, Jane Doe, Diddy is literally still paying that woman's rent to this day. To this day, he is still paying her rent. Like these were not, and again, maybe Diddy got to these people. Maybe we know that one witness disappeared. Gina, who was supposed to testify, we know she didn't show up. She disappeared. They still don't know where she is. Child, she said she ain't coming. So I understand that maybe what they thought they were going to have, they didn't end up having. We also know that there was a regime change. The people who charged Diddy aren't the people who tried this case. Maybe they had a different strategy. Maybe they had a different goal. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think the goal in this trial was to get a conviction. I think the goal in this trial was to embarrass Diddy. I mean, I really do. Like based on the direction that this trial went in, to me, this was all about embarrassing him. That doesn't mean that I don't think that Diddy did some shit he shouldn't have done. But that's not what to me, where I'm sitting, they didn't prove any of that. They proved that Diddy was a horrible, freaky, nasty ass human being that was addicted to drugs and addicted to sex. I don't feel like they proved coercion. I hear what you're saying, Melly. And baby, you may feel like they proved it. I don't feel like they proved coercion. I can't believe the feds did all this to embarrass Diddy. Mine won't allow me to. But remember, these aren't the same people that originally indicted Diddy. I don't think that the people that originally indicted Diddy did it to embarrass him. I think the people, because, okay, now let me say this. I don't know nothing about these people that tried this case. I don't. I don't know anything about these federal prosecutors. But if we're gonna look at all these other people that are working for this current administration and the level of incompetence, I'm just saying maybe these aren't the most competent attorneys on the case. I do think they proved that, Auntie Eva. I do feel like they proved trafficking. They definitely proved prostitution. I mean, these people straight up admitted that the male escorts and stuff like that. Like that's what I said. Do I think he'll be convicted of something? Yeah, yeah. Cassie was literally passed out in the videos. You in the courtroom? You saw those videos? Because nobody saw those videos but the jury. So I don't know. I don't know what videos you saw, but I would love to know what videos you saw, boo. They also show videos that showed Cassie, according to the description, there were also videos that showed Cassie very much a participant and even initiating the parties. They showed text messages where Cassie was initiating, saying she wanted to do it. asking Diddy to set it up. Like, again, I'm not saying that I think Diddy's innocent. I'm telling you, if I were a juror on this case, I'm just telling you what I see. Yeah, nobody saw those videos, so I don't know how. Like, I mean, again, if you saw them, let me know, babe. Because the jurors weren't allowed to talk about it. I mean, hey, what's up, Juana? The original person that indicted Diddy, I forget his name now, but the original person that indicted Diddy, he resigned because Trump was going to fire him, so he quit. And his last day was literally like the day of the inauguration. So the people who tried this case are not the people who indicted Diddy. So these people inherited this case, and I just don't think they cared. I don't. To me, the way they tried this case doesn't tell me that they cared about convicting Diddy. I don't know. Or maybe they just thought it would be a easy dunk because they thought people just thought Diddy was guilty. I don't know. Hey y'all, what's up? Did people forget that Cassie was the only person in possession of the F off videos and even blackmailed Diddy when he refused? And now here we are. Well, I don't know. Did I see the videos where she's initiating it? No, but they asked, but that's in the transcripts. They talked about that in court. The Diddy's attorneys questioned her about the videos and talked about it. So that's where I got that information from. But no, I haven't seen any of the videos. None of us have. But they talked about it in court. I feel like they convict where Cassie is concerned and acquit where Jane and Mia are concerned. Just my hunch. Yeah, the prostitute, yeah, the male escorts also testified that Cassie initiated things as well. Yep, sure did. The fact they kept Jane Doe after hearing her story told me everything. Nothing about her testimony said coerced. Her testimony said jealous, greedy. It did. It really did to me. Well, hello, Monique and company. 50 said he saw a video of Cassie and child believe nothing 50 Cent say. 50 Cent is such a damn troll. I don't pay 50 Cent no attention. He's a troll. What are you playing? Oh, that's not true. They found videos at his house. Mm, jealous, greedy, and nuts. I saw where Trump was convicted of trafficking and he can get 35 years. They found videos at his house. Mm. They found well, it is what it is. It's been so much information at this point. I'll be honest. I don't, but I know they found a lot of videos at his house, but I don't know how many of those videos were F-offs. I know they found a lot of videos at his house of parties and things like that, but it doesn't even matter. I mean, again, everybody has a right to feel how they feel about it. That's fine. I'm not saying that I think that Diddy is innocent. I'm saying if I was sitting on that jury, I don't think that they proved Rico. Now, do I think they proved some of the other things? Like I said, I think prostitution, yeah. Trafficking, maybe depending on the way the statute is written. I would have to go back and read the way it's written in the state of New York, well, Southern District of New York. Like I'd have to read the actual language. But Rico, I don't see where they establish a criminal enterprise. Matter of fact, their own witnesses said did he use his private American Express? Yes, they had the testimony with HR. You had to go through HR, you had to go through his personal assistant. But a lot of what they were showing was that a lot of that money was not funneled through his corporation. Even in Cassie's own testimony, where she said that a lot of people didn't know what was happening. They just knew they knew they were having sex parties, but they didn't know to the extent of a lot of, he kept it hidden from a lot of people. So if you're keeping it hidden from the people that work for you, how can it be a criminal enterprise? And again, I know there are different, I know there are things that have to be proven under criminal enterprise and may meet the criteria. But again, I'm one person and I'm not on the jury, so it don't matter what the hell I think. It does not matter what I think. This RICO only came about because of the DV statute of limitations and they needed newer offenses for the RICO. I don't agree with the sex trafficking, but celebrities and athletes are still flying escorts out. Let me see. Hold on. I don't agree with the sex trafficking, but celebrities, athletes are still flying escorts out. That doesn't mean it's not illegal. People still doing drugs. It's illegal. I mean, just because somebody's doing it and getting away with it doesn't mean it's not illegal. Simone informed us that if it weren't for those RICO charges, all of these events had statutes that expired. That's a good point. That's a good point. Child, I hate the way they changed this on the phone. But armed trafficking and prostitution predicated acts for RICO, if that's proven, does that prove the RICO that was being discussed in the jury instruction? See, I haven't looked at any of that, Andrew. You're ahead of me because I didn't look at any of the jury instruction video. I saw where Simone did a video. I think Armand did a video. I haven't watched any of that, y'all. I'm on vacation. I ain't look at all of that. So I don't know what I don't know what the jury instructions were. I saw where Simone did a video and the title said something about this is want to confuse the jury, but I don't know what it was. Right, because Capricorn testimony was false regarding KK because she was not employed during that time. See? Armand put something on his community post that was interesting pertaining to this. Yeah, I haven't looked at all of the videos, y'all. I really haven't. That's what confuses me. It sounds like proving that proves RICO. I could be wrong because I'm surely confused. I'm confused too. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Yeah, I'm be honest with you. I'm confused as hell if I'm being honest. I know that RICO isn't necessarily like I know there's a different like I think you only have to prove like one of the statutes for not statute's not the right word, but one of the criteria maybe is the word I'm looking for RICO or something like that. Are the kids still up? Oh, they gone to bed? What? They gone to bed? Oh, then they sleep. If they in the bed, they sleep because they're tired. Like I said, the only one might be Naya because she took that long nap, but everybody else. So, but we'll see. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm not in that jury room and I am on the outside looking in. I'm on the outside looking in. I could be 100% wrong. Diddy could get convicted of all this shit. I don't know. If I'm being honest, I don't know. All right, y'all. Let's head on over to the Real Housewives of Atlanta because so um yeah, a lot of it's gonna come down to the jury instructions. So let me say this. First of all, those reunion looks came out and they are horrid. I'm sorry, they are horrid. Without thinking really hard, because I didn't study each one. I know that the whether you like it or not panel is doing a live on Friday to go over the looks. I may or may not be there depending on if I'm back at the hotel or not. Well, not the hotel, but where we're staying. I couldn't tell you. Now, I'm gonna be honest, my favorite look from what I saw just in those pictures, I feel like my favorite look was probably the most simple look, which was Cynthia's. I absolutely Portia's looked I have to see Portia's from the front. That side view was nice. I did like it from the side, but I need to see a full frontal of it before I can give a final decision. Um Shamia's looked nice. I did like Shamia's, didn't like Kelly's. Um Hell, that might be it, because no Kenya, no Brit. That might be it. Um I will say this. I absolutely hate Phaedra's dress. I absolutely, that was horrible. And see, once again, that tells me that Phaedra thinks that the Real Housewives of Atlanta is just a freak fest because her last two seasons on Married to Medicine, she didn't show up like that. He was giving Lil Kim circa which award show was that, y'all? Where Lil Kim had her boob out, that purple jumpsuit with just the one boob out. I don't remember which one it was, but it was very much given. Yeah, yeah. It just made her look like a hoe. I'm sorry. If y'all no, Phaedra's reunion look from they just posted the pictures today. If y'all saw Phaedra and she wasn't Phaedra Parks, and y'all saw her show up somewhere in that dress that was supposed to be an event like a reunion or something like that, y'all would be like, that she looked like a hoe. Yep, when Diana Ross tapped her titty. Uh-huh. That was so funny. It was just terrible. I just thought, oh, Angela, yeah. Angela body is body yada yada. I don't know how much I don't know if I think her dress was in between for me. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. But she definitely was giving body. I don't know what Phaedra. I think Phaedra just got some fresh surgery and she just thinks she look good. I don't know. But let's talk about the elephant in the room when it comes to Miss Phaedra. Now, Angela Oakley went down to Carlos King's Good Podcast, and that was a really good video. I actually watched it or listened to a lot of it yesterday. It was actually a really good video. I mean, interview, you guys. I feel like Angela was honest and transparent about a lot of stuff. Um, but the one thing she said was that Phaedra was the person who sent Anthony to that event. His name was Anthony to that event. And then we found out that Anthony was exposed yesterday as being on the registry, the SEX registry. So, uh, now Carlos said, well, how do you know? And she said, well, because his sister went to high school with Phaedra's brother, and that's the connection. And he told me, and he showed me, I guess he showed her enough proof that she absolutely believes, Marcus is his name, that she absolutely believed that that's who it came. I was thinking about Anthony. That was the messy guy that was Phaedra's assistant. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah, Angela absolutely broke it down. So y'all had to go back and look at Carlos's interview. If I was at home, I would play it for y'all, but y'all got to go back and look at Carl. I mean, the clips have been floating all over the internet. Angela broke it down. I was like, damn. And I'm gonna be honest too. The fact that Angela said it with such confidence, and she didn't say allegedly, she didn't say I think, she said I know it was Phaedra. Now here's the thing, y'all. If it is Phaedra, you gotta be some kind of fool. You have been trying to get back on this show for how many years, Xavier? 6 or 7 years since you were fired for telling another lie. You finally get your shot. You finally get back in the door, and allegedly you do this. You got to be some kind of stupid. You just got to be some kind of stupid. I did hear that, little baby, that, and I heard that it's actually been dropped at this point. I need to double check that. But remind me to come back to that because there's another case that I'm not sure about at this point either. She's not a fool. She gets away with it. She's still a fool. Two things could be true at the same time, in my opinion. I believe it was, I don't even know what that is, and production was gladly able to help. Y'all love blaming production for everything, child. Someone from Bravo knew Angela's hubby was cheating and wanted to expose him. And I believe everywhere Angela said fake is a fraud. Yeah. Listen, she said it with such confidence. I'm like, shit must be true. I mean, she was so confident about it. Like, but I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if it's true or not. Yeah, I don't think Charles is cheating right now. Now, Angela was very open about their past, and I believe she said both of them cheated. So listen, their exchange ain't never been no robbery. He was not mic'd, y'all. Y'all said that, and he was not mic'd. He was not mic'd. Phaedra thinks she's smarter than everybody else. Go back just simply and look at that episode. That man was not mic'd. He stood close to Angela and leaned over into her mic. And same thing when he was talking to Drew. You could tell he did not have a mic on. Phaedra looked like she want to be a little mermaid. Child. Yeah, you could barely hear him. Right. That's why they gave him subtitles because you couldn't hear him because he wasn't mic'd. Exactly. That man was not mic'd. Go back and look at it. He was not mic'd. What does Phaedra have going on outside of minding everybody else's business? Well, clearly, and she did an interview last week and she said that she was definitely coming back for season 17. If it's exposed that she really was the person that sent this guy, I mean, I don't know, y'all. I mean, she could be coming back for season 17 because now she does have a storyline because Angela gonna be coming for her. Angela is gonna be coming for her. Right. Phaedra ain't never been a sisterhood to nobody. Okay. Maybe it'll be some hot water in that shower tonight since everybody didn't take a shower tonight. Because the last 2 nights I tried to take a shower, I was taking a shower around the same. Last night I tried to beat y'all back before they got back from the pool and I didn't. And then that first night we all came in here from the pool and everybody was trying to take a shower. So hopefully I got some hot water tonight because y'all been killing me. They've been killing me softly, y'all, with this cold shower situation, honey. You should be. You should be. Because when I'm about to get off here in a few minutes, and baby, I'm going straight to that shower and getting straight in the wet bed. Yeah, but yeah, yeah. Honestly, to be perfectly honest, I don't know if Phaedra did it or not, but Angela seems convinced that she did, and it will be interesting to see how production handles it. Now, I did see that Britt Eady that was not. Remember when we pulled that lawsuit and I said, y'all, this thing is only what a few pages long. Remember, I said it then. Now, because I'm not an attorney and I'm not a trained attorney, if I were a trained attorney, I probably would have been able to notice, okay, this isn't an actual lawsuit. This is an intent. This is a draft or whatever the right language is. But from my understanding, yeah, it's not an actual lawsuit. And from my understanding, it's expired. So it ain't even there. But I remember when I first pulled that lawsuit, I was like, this thing, what is this? Right, child. They rationing the hot water. Yeah, it's been crazy. But it's 8 of us in this unit. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like you would think you still could get some hot water. So I don't know. It may be that. It may be that shower. A scare tactic. But again, why do people think you can scare a $1 billion corporation like NBC Universal? They're not going to be scared. They have attorneys that they keep on retainer to deal with shit like that. Do you know how much NBC Universal gets sued? Brit Eady, girl, again, like I told y'all before, y'all know how many of these lawsuits we never hear about, or we hear about them and they go away. So we still don't know what happened with Nene. Still don't know what happened with Nene. Child, Bravo was not. I told y'all then that Bravo wasn't canceling no damn Housewives. Now I think that Housewives needs to be canceled, but child, Britt Eady saw her back against the wall and didn't want to go to that damn reunion. And I think she used that. as an excuse to not come to the reunion, child. What else is in my title other than Disney? It was the Diddy trial, Tyrone Blackburn, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Oh, did y'all see what Simon did an interview talking about? He felt like Portia set him up and she was only out to get him for his money. I have one word for you, Simon. Duh. The fuck, sir? You really thought Portia wanted you for you? You really thought that she was in love with you? You were flattered when when that young tenderoni slid into your DMs, you got flattered and you allowed yourself to get caught up. You did not, you knew what it was and you didn't care what it was. You knew what it was and you didn't care what it was. And we are asking questions about where would she be able to prove SA when she didn't see any poster boards and she pulls her top down unprovoked and rubs her tatas against the countertop. According to people who were there, they said that she just take her pants, that she was fully naked. They edited that out, but that she got fully naked. Get your look back, Simon. She said love wins, and then later filed for and days later filed for divorce. Child. Again, honestly, I think what Portia said that she realized that man didn't have no money. But again, I honestly don't think that Simon is broke. I think Simon is America broke. I don't think Simon has all of his money here in America and in American banks. Do I think he may that his businesses may be a shuffle game? Maybe, maybe. But I definitely think he got way more money overseas than he has here in the United States. I do not believe he's broke at all. I don't think so, Auntie Eva. Y'all, everybody keep thinking Portia outslick Simon. I don't think Portia outslick Simon. I mean, obviously Simon couldn't guess that he was going to be deported, clearly. But the fact that Simon got deported, I think Simon wins this because again, other than being nice, he has no incentive to pay that money. He's not in the country. And somebody said, well, he's trying to get a pardon from Donald Trump. Baby, if Donald Trump was going to pardon him, he already would have. I'm pretty sure Simon tried to go through the back door and grease somebody's palms and tried to put money in the right hands of the right people. So you don't have the complexion for it, and you can't do nothing for Donald Trump. I mean, maybe you can, I don't know. But clearly Donald Trump doesn't think you can do anything for him. I feel like if he was going to pardon you, he would have already gave you that situation. He'd already took care of it before you actually got sent out of the country. Will Simon come back in the United States? Probably. I mean, he came back before. Probably. But I don't think that if he comes back into the country, he don't come back in as Simon Gabadia. Therefore, I still don't think Portia gets any money. And again, I don't know divorce law. I don't know all of that. But I do not think that any US court is going to chase Simon Gobadia around the world just to pay Portia alimony for the next 14 months. I just don't think that's going to happen. She can't sell the house for full profit, Auntie Eva. They had that house long enough for there to really be much profit. They barely had that house for 2 years. There's no profit there. Even if the market is great in Atlanta right now, there is no profit in that house. She would have to hold on to that house for a little bit longer for there to be some profit. Or if Simon had put more of a down payment down to knock off some of the principal, but he didn't do that. He paid what he needed to pay just to buy the house. The problem is, can Portia afford that house in the meantime? I do not think Simon is giving. Now, I could be wrong, y'all. I could be wrong. Fuck. Hold on, y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Can y'all hear me? Shit. Oh, y'all can't hear me? Oh, because my little thing isn't moving up on the screen, so I didn't think y'all could hear me. Oh, okay. Y'all can hear me. Somebody just called me. And I meant to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because that always messes my sound up when I get a phone call while I'm on live. Okay. All right, I'm back. Let me know if y'all can still hear me because my thing isn't moving, so I can't tell if y'all can hear me. Portia went from making almost $2 million to monthly allowance of 30K, if that's not dumb as hell. Well, no, actually, that's not bad. $2 million a year versus $30,000 a month, and you don't have to work at all. Okay, y'all can hear me. Cool, cool, cool. I don't know if that was a bad trade off. If it was real. I mean, $2 million and you had to work, $30,000 a month and you don't have to work. I mean, that's more than $2 million in a year. I don't know. I don't think that was a dumb. I don't think that was dumb. Hell, I'll take it. Somebody tell me if I'm making $2 million a year, and somebody tells me, "Hey, you don't have to work. All I need you to do is look pretty." Cause let's be clear, that's all Portia was doing was looking pretty and being ready. Y'all know what I mean when I say be ready. Looking pretty and be ready. And I get to fly around and shop and I don't have to worry about nothing. Just take care of me and my baby. Shit. I don't think it was a dumb decision. I mean, again, now if you're a type of person that likes your independence and all of that, then yeah, obviously. But if you just want to be a kept woman, shit. I think Portia did. She hasn't lost anything. Portia's lost a lot. What y'all talking about? Portia lost a lot. She said she can barely keep that house. That in her in court, she said that she almost can ready to lose the house that her mother's living in because she's been trying to keep up with all of the expenses because he's not giving her any money. Portia cannot afford that house. Portia cannot afford that house. Y'all, I understand the math. I understand the math. I hear what okay, listen. I mean, that's just how I feel. I don't feel that's how I feel. If y'all feel like that, that's fine. You said, but that's now. Well, that's what I'm talking about now. What you talking about, Yvette? I'm talking about now. She absolutely has lost something. She can't afford her lifestyle. Right. And I understand what y'all are saying about $2 million a year versus $360,000 a year. I understand the math, y'all, but I don't think y'all are understanding what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that is $2 million that Portia gotta work. That's $2 million that Portia has to work. I'm saying she got $360,000 a year that she can literally just put in her pocket because this man is paying for everything else. That $30,000 was her allowance, y'all. That wasn't that she didn't have to pay no bills out of that. She didn't have to do shit. When she was making $2 million a year, she was paying bills. She was paying bills. She was paying mortgages and car notes and school for Pilar and glam and she was living off of that versus she literally didn't have to do shit but be pretty. This man was paying for everything else. That was $30,000 she was literally putting in her pocket every month. That's all I'm saying. But again, everybody see things differently. Reality TV is 6 months a year for 2 million. Listen, I hear what y'all are telling me, but we just see it differently. It's okay, y'all. It's okay. All she had to do was concentrate on keeping mom's house, and she was back to square one
going back and forth. The math ain't math because she got more than the allowance she lived. That's what I'm saying. The allowance was the money he put in her hand every month. Portia didn't pay no bills. Portia didn't do nothing but get $30,000 on the first of the month. She didn't pay no bills out of that. She didn't have to take care of no car note. She didn't have to pay for Pilar school. She didn't have to pay for her glam. She didn't have to pay for shopping. She didn't have to pay for shit. But again, everybody see things differently. I understand what you said that considering the outcome, it was less than smart. But understand that was the agreement. The agreement when they got married was that Portia wasn't going to work. So the flip is don't marry him. But again, Portia was flying private jets. I mean, it don't matter whether he was paying the bill or not. That's not the point. Portia was flying private jets. Portia was living 2 3 months at a time in a house in a mansion in Costa Rica. Portia was going to Dubai. Portia was flying to France. Like she was living. She was in Africa. Like Portia was living this lifestyle and wasn't paying no money out of her pocket. And the thing is, that's what I said. She didn't pay nothing. She didn't have to pay for Pilar. Between Dennis and Simon, Portia didn't pay shit for Pilar. Because I do believe that Dennis very much was paying his child support. Absolutely. Um, yeah. But I mean, I just, but also too, I think that a lot of people are looking at this from the point of view of y'all are women that don't want to be kept. Y'all are independent women that want y'all own. I don't think that was important to Portia because I think Portia thought she hit a lick. Portia thought, and she thought that Simon was this old gullible man. Now, if Simon had never got picked up, if Simon had never got picked up, then I think that might be a different conversation. She just needs to stand on her own too. But Portia doesn't want. Portia wants to be a y'all. Portia wants to be a kept woman. Everybody, listen. Everybody's different. Portia, in my opinion, she wants to be a kept woman. She was okay with giving up her job. She was okay with giving up those things because what she thought she was getting was she thought she was getting taken care of for the rest of her life, living this lavish lifestyle. She was cool with it when she thought that's what the trade-off was. It was when she realized Simon didn't have what she thought he had. That's when it became an issue. She said she even knew about Simon's in the divorce paper, the divorce documents. She acknowledges that his immigration status wasn't the reason why she filed for divorce because she said that she had offered to get him, like she had put him in touch with a really good immigration attorney that was trying to help him with his case. So that wasn't the reason. It wasn't because you found out he was in the country illegally. It's because you thought because you found out he was having money problems. That's what the problem was. My thing is, she said after Cordell, she didn't want to be in that place again, only because she thought she had that airtight. She thought she had negotiated that great prenup, which she did. Like I said, if Simon were still here in the United States, I would say Portia, you did that. My only thing with Simon with Portia is that he's not here, and I don't think he's gonna pay the money. Do I think that Portia had a great prenup in place? She absolutely did. If Simon were still here in the United States, Simon would have to pay Portia $40,000 a month in alimony for the next, I think they said 18 months or something like that. She would be able to stay in that house until 2027. And if she wanted to buy the house out from Simon, then of course, she would buy him out. But if they chose to sell the property, they would split the proceeds 50-50. And Portia didn't put not one dime of her own money down on that house. Portia gets to keep the Rolls Royce, and I think he has to pay the car note for a certain amount of months as well. Um, and something else she got financially, she got out of the divorce. Oh, her lawyer's fees paid for. If if that man was still in this country, I would say, oh, Portia, you hit a lick. Mm-hmm. Yep. There was no way I would have given up my personal business, i.e., the sheets and the hairline, if they were making me money. Well, she never closed the businesses. I think she just turned a lot of that stuff over to Lauren or her mom or whatever. Because remember, the business was still here. She still had Go Naked Hair and she still had the sheets. I just think she wasn't actively working the business. I hear you, really, B, but she needs to give up that dream and pivot. It hasn't worked out for her yet. She's in her mid 40s now. It's time to move on. Well, I wonder if the rumor is true that she paid for all of their weddings because of the amount of money he put down on the house. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Drew needs to borrow Portia's lawyers. No, Portia's lawyers were just enforcing the prenup. Drew don't have no prenup. Or does she? Does she have a prenup or a postnup? But the prenup probably doesn't work in her favor. If they have a prenup, it probably doesn't work in Drew's favor. Yeah. I just don't be surprised if y'all see Portia with another fake ass millionaire in the next year, y'all. Don't be surprised. That's just who Portia is. That's my opinion. That's just who Portia is, y'all. Anyway, let me give y'all a few minutes on my Disney situation. I can't really get into all the details now because, I'm still here with all my people. And, whew, child. Well, first of all, they weighing me out, okay? They are weighing me out. I'm tired as hell. I'm here with my nephew, his wife, their two kids, my sister, my brother-in-law, and, of course, my nephew. The three kids are 7, well, 5, 6, and 7, okay? So that's what we dealing with. Um... So let me just stick to my Disney experience for right now. Let me say this. I honestly feel like, y'all, that all of these amusement parks have made this situation so fucking complicated and so expensive. I feel bad for families who really just want to have a nice experience for their kids and they just can't make it happen. If it were not for the fact that my mom, like basically as a village. We all did this as a village, right? And we're even while we're here now, we're doing it as a village. Like we're not nickel and diming each other, you know. Oh, you pay $5. Well, parking was $30. Let's divide. Like we're not nickel and diming each other. We're like, oh, well, I paid for parking, you paid for lunch, we're good. Oh, well, I got an Instacart order from Walmart and you paid for dinner the other night. Good. So like we're not nickel and diming each other. And for that, I'm grateful because I know how I feel about that kind of shit. But when I think about the ticket cost, right? So at Disney now you have the Magic Kingdom, you have Epcot, you have Animal Kingdom, and then you have Disney Studios. So they have four parks, right? If you want to go to all four parks, the amount of money you spend per person to have that experience in all four parks is so ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Then, of course, they have all sorts of different tiers. Oh, one park, two park, 1 day, 2 day, two parks, 3 days, the hopper pass, the lightning pass, the this, the that. Like they have all of these different tiers, right? I will say this. We if anybody is thinking about going, the lightning pass, it's a gift and a curse. So they have the lightning pass is basically a lane where you can go to the front of the line. So of course they have tiers for the lightning pass. They have the premier lightning pass, which basically is a carte blanche. You can go to any of the rides that have a lightning lane and you can go to the front. You don't have to plan, you don't have to schedule a time. You can just show up and go. And of course, that's like $300. It's ridiculous. The ones that we're doing, we did do a lightning pass. And what it is you can schedule up to 3 rides. But the thing is, not all of the rides are lightning pass eligible for this tier. So, like in Magic Kingdom, most of the more popular rides are eligible, right? It's a Small World, Dumbo, Aladdin, Peter Pan, Space Mountain. Like most of the rides that you would want the kids would want to get on, they're eligible. So here's the problem. The problem is Tuesday, the problem was us. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, and when I have to give y'all the details later. But Tuesday, the problem was us. Today, we had it. We figured it out. We went to Animal Kingdom today, and we worked that lightning pass. I ain't even gonna tell y'all no lie. We worked the hell out that lightning pass today. But the problem with the lightning pass is you pick certain rides, and sometimes you don't need the lightning pass. Like for example, yesterday we picked the speedway, the I don't remember what it's called, whatever the speedway is. The lightning pass, we have to schedule a time. So our time for the speedway was like at 11:30. When we got to the speedway, the wait was 10 minutes. So we didn't even need the lightning pass because the wait was only 4 minutes. Like it took us just as long to get through the speed pass, I mean the lightning pass, as we had just gotten in line. Now today, like I said, Tuesday was on us, and I'll give y'all the details later on why it was on us. Today, we definitely worked it. We got on an Animal Kingdom. We probably every ride we got on was with a lightning pass. We didn't stand in that one line today. And with the lightning pass, some of those rides we got on had like 50-minute waits, 65-minute waits, and we literally was on the ride in like 15 minutes, 10 minutes. It's definitely worth it from that perspective. It is definitely worth it from that perspective. Um, the thing I do like about Disney is they don't limit what you can bring in the park. I mean, of course, you can't bring alcohol, you can't smoke in the park, and you can't bring weapons, obviously. But what I mean by they don't limit it, like when I say you can bring a cooler in the park, if you want to bring a cooler full of water and juice and snacks, like they don't limit that because I guess they figure we're gonna make our money. So we're literally going in the park with like every night we're freezing Gatorade and water. We got snacks. So we got like a bag just full of snacks. You know, we have chips and cookies and um applesauce and that kind of stuff. And then we just literally have a book bag full of water, like frozen Gatorade, frozen water, and then everybody has like a Yeti cup full of water or whatever. So from that perspective, kudos Disney, because that way people don't have to spend ridiculous amounts of money. They do have the app now where you can do a lot through the app. So, like for example, today when we got off of one of the rides, we were in Dinosaur Land because we were in Magic Kingdom today. I mean, Animal Kingdom today. So we got off of this ride. It's like a roller coaster, but it's like a dinosaur themed like roller coaster. Literally, when we got off the ride, we were like, okay, we ready to get something to eat. I looked on the app. I was like, basically, what's close to where we are? We found a restaurant that was like right around the corner from where we were. I could order the food from the app. We got to the restaurant, or whatever the restaurant. We found somewhere to sit. By the time we found somewhere to sit, wiped down the tables, got all of the condiments and the napkins and stuff. Our food was ready. We ate. You know what I mean? So like from that perspective, stuff is good. I don't have no complaints. But it's so much on the front end. If you haven't been here in a long time, or if you haven't been here at all, it's so much to maneuver that you're like again, if I had to do it over again, there's some things I definitely would do differently. Um, but we really did not get a great experience in Magic Kingdom. We wasted a lot of time in the Magic Kingdom, and we really didn't get on a lot of rides. Like Tuesday was a bust. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Tuesday, I felt bad for the kids because we really did not get a lot done. Um, and the kids did not get on a lot of rides Tuesday. I'm being honest. And again, some of that's on us. Well, most of that's on us. But today we took the lessons that we learned from Tuesday and we was rolling today. We was rolling. We boop 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 boop. Tomorrow we're going to Epcot. I don't anticipate us being at Epcot all day. Although I said the same thing about today and we were there until we were there until like 3:30. I didn't think we'd be there that long. But I don't think we're gonna be at Epcot. I don't think it's gonna be a full day at Epcot. Um where we're staying has an adult pool, but it closes at 6. My plan is to be at that adult pool tomorrow because I'm going to the pool, but I'm not going with the kids. I'm going by myself. Um, but yeah, overall though, y'all, I'm having a great time. I didn't read the chat because I didn't want to get sidetracked. So let me see what y'all said. Let me see what y'all said. Let me scroll back up. Let me see what y'all are saying. Disney is high, period. Hold on. Okay, Portia, trust me. You better not talk about my brother. Oh, okay. Stair steps, yeah, they're stair steps. Kids that age, energy never dies down. Oh no, they was running out of energy, but the thing about them is once they eat though, they ready. Like when the energy starts running low, that's when it's time to eat. Child. Disney is high, even as a Floridian. Ain't they building a new park? Child, they probably are. This is the best part about taking a trip with people who are already on point with cost and not abusing each other. That makes it a joy. Yeah, again, that I don't have any complaint. Like we're doing a really good job of just, oh, you took care of that, cool. I got that. You got that, cool. And then even when we sit down, like this morning, we sat down and tried to figure out. By the time we got done saying, well, I paid for that, oh, you pay for that, you pay for that, it was basically like a wash. Like, all right, well, then we don't really owe anybody. Like, we don't really owe each other any money. You know what I'm saying? By the time you really sit down to figure out, because we're just kind of going in stride. um Cali has Disneyland and Cali Adventure. They said, look, I didn't go for a reason. I didn't even look at the prices. I knew that trip would have a comma. Child. And you ain't even got to Universal Studios. That's not clear. We're going to Universal on Friday, but we're only, listen, let me tell you how we just had that conversation today. It's just me, my nephew and his family aren't going to Universal. They're gonna go. They got the 4-day pass for Disney. We got a 3-day pass for Disney and a 1-day pass for Universal. Let me tell you how we doing Universal. First of all, Universal is just as bad as Disney. It's 4 parks now, right? So in order for you to basically like, you need to get a hopper pass if you want to go from park to park to park, and you really need more than 1 day. Like there's no way you're doing 4 parks in 1 day with a bunch of kids. Like if you're by yourself or you and one other person and y'all are really on a mission, okay, you might be able to hit it and get to 4 parks in 1 day. But you ain't doing that with kids. Like you just not. So the main thing my nephew wanted to do was they have Super Mario Land. So that's at their newest park, which is Epic. So we just got a 1-day ticket for Epic Park. We're not doing the Lightning Pass there because the Lightning Pass for Universal is more expensive than the Lightning Pass for Disney. The Lightning Pass for Disney is actually the one that we got is actually reasonable. It's actually reasonable. The one for now again the premier one that gives you like carte blanche. Of course, that one's way more expensive. But the one we got is very comparable. I'll be honest. Um, but Universal was ridiculous. It's like $150 a day per person. Like we're not doing that. So um, what we decided we're gonna do for Universal is we're gonna get there when the park opens. My sister, my brother-in-law, and my nephew, they're gonna go to Mario Land because again, that's where one of the more popular rides. So we can get there first. Well, they can get there first and be in line first for all of the Mario rides. It's still gonna probably be a 20-30 minute wait, but that's a whole lot different than an hour and a half wait. And when they're gonna go, they're gonna beeline it to Mario World. I'm gonna beeline it to Harry Potter. I'm gonna do the Harry Potter. They're gonna do that, and we're gonna when we get done, we're gonna meet up in the middle. The thing about Universal is that they have a Harry Potter world at each park. So in order for you to do the full Harry Potter experience, you really need tickets for more than one park. That's how they get you. So I'm definitely going to have to come back and do the Harry Potter thing just by myself. Or when I say by myself, like with like I think me and Ebby talked about coming down. Like if me and Ebby come down, we'll probably have to get like a 2-day pass or a 3-day pass and get all of the parks so we can do all of the Harry Potter stuff. But even then, we still need to either A, buy a lightning pass ticket so we can go to the front of the line and get all those rides, or get to the park early and be the first ones in line. Because the problem is, all of the Harry Potter stuff, those are their most popular ones. So the wait times be like an hour and a half, 2 hours long. Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody doing that. Um, I may never go to Disney World. The price keeps going up every time I want to go. Yeah, I ain't even gonna tell y'all no lies. Like it's not cheap. Um, by the time you pay for the tickets, you'll be out of about $1,500, not including food, parking, and merch. That's not a lie. I wish I could tell you it's a lie, but it's not. I think for me, my sister, my brother-in-law, my nephew, for the four of us, we got 3-day ticket. You can't buy the lightning pass until after you buy your ticket. So when I first bought the ticket, I think our total came to, I don't remember the exact amount, but it was like $1,200, $1,100, something like that. Um, the Harry Potter stuff is awesome and worth it. It ain't gonna be worth it this trip. Universal is the best park. We had 4-day passes to Disney and 3-day to Universal. We only did 2 days at Disney and 3 days at Universal. My kids were very bored at Disney, except for Animal Kingdom. You know what's funny, Quake? I enjoyed Animal Kingdom more than I enjoyed Magic Kingdom yesterday. I really did. Yeah. Oh, you were in Orlando, Kim? Yep, I sure am. Yeah. Really be you stay on the go. I love that for you. Thank you, boo. Yeah, little baby, some of the rides were like 10, 20 minutes. But those are the rides that just aren't as popular. Either that or they go really quickly. Like some of the rides y'all know are like constant. Like yeah, on and off, on and off, on and off. Um, but like the ride, like we didn't get to get on Tiana's ride. Her ride stayed like 75 minutes. And we couldn't get the lightning pass because the thing about the lightning pass too is if they have too many people booked for the lightning pass, they don't have they you have to so you have to pick a time. And I think the earliest time slot they had for Tiana yesterday was at like 7 o'clock at night. We was like, we ain't gonna be here at 7 o'clock. And what we were gonna do yesterday was leave, bring the kids back here for lunch, and then come back. And like I said, it didn't work out that way. It didn't work out. By the time we looked up, it was 1 o'clock, and I was like, ain't no way, it's no need for us to leave and come back now. It's 1 o'clock. By the time, listen, first of all, it's a whole over the river and through the woods to get from the parking lot to the gate. Okay. I was like, by the time we walk back out of this park and get to the car and get back to the resort and let the kids take a nap and then wake them up and get them dressed to come back, nah. Mm-mm. That's what we did, Quake. We would go in the morning and take a break and come back. But that's what I'm saying. Like by the time we looked up, it was so late. So I'm definitely going to come back and do Universal. I just have to do it. Yeah. And I definitely feel like Disney. So I think part of the problem is these kids just don't grow up on Disney the way we grew up on Disney. So the stuff that excited us doesn't excite them. Like I thought about that with my nephew. I'm like, does he even know? Like when we got on the Dumbo ride, I was like, does he even know Dumbo? Like, has he ever seen Dumbo? Like Peter Pan and like these kids just don't grow up on it like we did. So I don't think they have the same um excitement. Yeah, I know they have a train. I know they have a train that take you from park to park. I know. Cheryl said they have a train to take you from park to park. Harry Potter, you can do in one day. You must get there early. Yeah, you could do it in one day if you got tickets for all three of the parks where Harry Potter is. You can't do it in one day if you only got tickets for one park, which is what we have. The food is so expensive you can skip it. What food? Right, like we literally grew up on Disney, y'all. We watched the Disney. We went to all the Disney. Like, think about it. When we were growing up, at least I'm gonna speak for me. Disney movies were really the only game in town. Like Disney animation was probably 95% of all of the animated movies. That's not the case anymore. You have Pixar and all these other places. Like you have all these other companies making animated movies for kids and stuff. And it's just Disney doesn't have the monopoly that it used to have. And then they don't show the movies like they used to. Like I remember, like you said, the Wonderful World of Disney and watching them on Sunday night, watching the Mary Poppins and the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and the Dumbo and the like. I remember watching all of that stuff. So like, I feel like our kids just don't get indoctrinated with it like we did. So they don't care as much. The best part about Epcot is the food, but it's so expensive that you can skip it. Oh, you talk about the food at Epcot. Well, the good thing is these kids don't eat nothing but chicken nuggets and pizza. So I ain't worried about the food because they ain't eating none of it. Um, I don't anticipate us being at Epcot long tomorrow. I feel like we're gonna go in. We're gonna do the lightning pass. We're gonna probably get on about 4 or 5 rides and then we're gonna bring it home. I really don't see us being at Epcot past because we want to get there when the bank. We want to be there when the park opens. Um, so yeah, I don't anticipate us being there longer than I would say 1, 2 o'clock. We probably gonna be heading back. If I'm being honest, I really don't anticipate us being there long, which is fine. We need an early day so we can come back here, let the kids go to the pool. Like I said, I'm going to the pool, relax, chill out. You know what I'm saying, and then be ready for Universal on Friday. And then my nephew and his family are leaving Saturday because they drove here from Texas. So they getting back on the road Saturday morning. And we're not leaving until Sunday. So we have all day Saturday to just chill out. So we were just saying we're gonna actually enjoy the resort. Like where we're staying has 5 pools. They've got putt-putt and playgrounds. And like I said, there's an adult pool and they got slides and like my nephew can be in the pool all day long. He's good. So they got a couple of places to eat here. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're going. That's the plan for the rest of the week. The Harry Potter Express was what I was talking about. Sorry, I thought you were saying you could not do the Harry Potter experience in one day. No, no, you could, Cheryl. No, no, no. Now I know they have the Hogwarts Express, but that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, but you still have to have tickets for the other parks. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I don't anticipate us being at Epcot long. We just want to get there early, get it all out the way, and then we can head on back and let the kids, because the kids they wanted to play putt putt today, and we just by the time, because when we left the park today, we went up to the Navy Exchange because my nephew is military, and we went up to the Navy Exchange. And by the time we did that, and we picked up something to eat, we stopped and got something to eat. By the time we did all that and got back here, it was like 8 o'clock, and I was like, y'all, ain't nobody going to the pool tonight. We're gonna take our showers. We're gonna be ready in the morning, and when we get back here tomorrow, then we can go to the pool or we can go play putt putt or whatever. But baby, ain't nobody doing that tonight. Somebody asked me, "How about all the walking?" Let me tell you this: the best investment I have made since I've been here is, baby, I've been getting one of them electric scooters. Now, the electric scooter is $65 a day. But I tell you, that's the best $65 a day I've been spending because it ain't no way. And when I say it ain't no way, I mean Aretha Franklin ain't no way that I could be doing all this walking. I would have. It just ain't gonna happen. And my sister actually needs hip surgery. She's got a bad hip right now, and she's not having a surgery for another. I think she's not gonna have a surgery until around the holidays or something. I don't remember when she's having it. But between the two of us, we were going to split it, right? The two of us, we were like, oh, well, we'll get one scooter. We'll just kind of split for the day. Baby, by the time, like I said, the time it took us to walk from the parking lot, because you can get to the park early, but the tram doesn't start running until a certain time. So when we got to the park on Tuesday, we were early, but we had to walk. So we walked from the parking lot to security. Then you got to go through security. Once you go through security, you got to take either the monorail or the ferry. So we took the ferry because they said that has the best view of the castle. So we took the ferry over so the kids could see the castle and stuff. We took the ferry over. Then you get off the ferry, you gotta walk to where you get your ticket. Baby, when I tell you by the time we got through um the ticket entrance and we got to the place where you could rent the scooters, I looked at my sister and she looked at me and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just going to get my own. Cause I was like, I know we budgeted that we was gonna split this, but baby, I'm gonna just have to eat it. I'm sorry. She was like, nah, I understand, cause she was already limping before we by the time we got to the other side of the ticket counter, she was already limping. Baby, when I tell you that was the best, and what I say best, listen, Majani, I understand, boo. I definitely get it. When I say that was the best investment I have made, because even today, going through Adventure World, I mean, Animal Kingdom, that's the other downside to the Lightning Pass. When you're scheduling the rides, you don't know. I mean, unless you're sitting in front of a map, you really don't know where all of these things are located. So when I tell you the way we were zigzagging through that park today, because when I tell you, like I said, we worked the hell out that lightning pass today. But the way we had to zigzag back and forth because we were just going by what was available. So we were just scheduling stuff based on when it was available. And sometimes we literally were going from one side of the park to the other. Baby, the way we was zip zagging through that park, I had over 20K steps of 6 hours in the Magic Kingdom. Baby, listen, I don't know how many steps I had, but just getting from the car through the ticket booth and back leaving, even though I was in that electric vehicle most of the day, I still did a lot of walking. Yeah, and it's hot. Oh, baby. Ooh, it was so hot. Ooh, it's so hot. It's so hot. Y'all, let me get off of here. I didn't realize it was that late. Let me get off of here so I can again go take my shower and be up. I did not sleep well last night, so I'm hoping I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I will see y'all on. I don't know if I'll probably go live since we're gonna be here. I'll probably go live again before we leave. But I'm about to get up out of here, y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.